Have you ever felt it? That strange, almost imperceptible shift in the atmosphere, like the air around you has thickened, as though reality itself is holding its breath. It's not dramatic or loud, it's subtle, almost sacred. You pause without knowing why. Your chest tightens, not from anxiety, but from a quiet anticipation that stirs somewhere deep within. Could it be that your soul knows before your mind does that someone is nearing? Many imagine that the arrival of a soulmate comes with fireworks and signs from the heavens, angelic whispers, magical meetings, a cinematic whirlwind of romance. But what if the truth is far more mysterious, far more intimate, and rooted not outside of you, but within? As Carl Jung would remind us, true transformation is not loud, it is mystical, and it often unfolds in silence. The most profound sign that your soulmate is coming is not written in the stars or shown in external miracles. It's hidden in who you're slowly becoming. Long before this sacred union shows up in your external world, your soul begins its quiet preparations. It instinctively starts to make room, to soften its hardened edges, to awaken from old patterns. Suddenly the masks you've worn for years, just to be accepted, just to belong, begin to itch. They no longer fit the person you're becoming. The emotional armor you once carried to shield yourself begins to feel suffocating, as if your own strength is now burdening your growth. You begin to long for solitude, not as an escape from others, but as a sacred return to yourself. It's a craving for the stillness that allows you to hear your soul again. You start asking deeper questions, not for the sake of answers, but to feel truth echo in your being. The world doesn't necessarily feel softer, but it becomes undeniably deeper. Colors appear more vibrant, and life itself begins to hum with new intensity. Your senses sharpen. Your emotions grow more raw, more tender, more alive. You notice things you used to overlook, numbers repeating on clocks, dreams that leave you stirred, strange synchronicities that seem too precise to be random. Are these coincidences? Or is your soul tuning its frequency, adjusting itself to meet someone who is also walking toward you, even if their face is still unknown? Carl Jung once said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes," and when your soulmate is near, something within you begins to awaken. You turn inward, guided by an instinct deeper than reason. You start decluttering your emotional world. Relationships that once brought comfort begin to feel hollow. The light conversations you once welcomed now seem to echo with emptiness. On you crave something more, something real, unfiltered, and profoundly honest. Authenticity becomes your oxygen. You can no longer tolerate masks, neither in yourself nor in others. Your inner child begins to rise to the surface, not in immaturity, but in sacred longing. It wants to be seen again, held with tenderness, and loved with the gentleness it once dreamed of. This is not regression, this is sacred preparation. Your soul is making room for a new kind of love, one that doesn't wear the scars of the past like armor, one that requires you to meet it without fear, without hesitation. It's as though your heart is expanding in quiet ways, preparing to hold a kind of love you have never known before. And then, just when you think you've healed, old wounds reappear. Shadows you believed had long been laid to rest return, knocking gently but insistently on your spirit. Don't mistake this as failure. It is refinement. Your soul is clearing out the remnants, fear, doubt, shame, anything that might stand in the way of the love that's drawing closer. You may feel a deep pull to release attachments that no longer serve you, to finally forgive what once seemed unforgivable, to bring closure to chapters that should have ended long ago. This is your soul creating space, clearing out the old so the new can enter. There may be moments when it feels like a part of you is dying, and in truth, it is. The version of yourself that once settled for less, that lived behind fear, that hid behind protection, is dissolving. In its place, something braver is being born, a version of you that is finally ready to receive love without shrinking. One who can meet another soul without losing themselves. One who is ready for a love that is sacred, real, and aligned. You may dream of a presence, someone whose face you can't quite see, but whose energy feels like home. You may wake up with the feeling that someone somewhere is thinking of you, praying for you, preparing for you, just as you are for them. This is not fantasy. This is not some whimsical dream or illusion you've conjured in moments of wishful thinking. This is soul memory, an ancient echo, activating within you. It is your spirit remembering a sacred promise made long before your physical form came into being. It's a soft but unmistakable awakening, like a gentle ripple across still waters. Suddenly, your intuition sharpens with clarity. You no longer feel the need to chase love like something distant or elusive. Instead, you start becoming love itself. Rather than reaching outward, you begin to turn inward, aligning with the truest parts of yourself. You no longer search for fulfillment in others. You begin to embody the very qualities you wish to share and receive: tenderness, honesty, and reverence. You treat yourself with the same compassion you've always longed to offer someone else. Could it be that this, not the arrival of another, is where sacred love truly begins? Carl Jung once taught, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. That truth begins to unfold with quiet intensity as your soulmate draws near. The unconscious rises like a tide, bringing with it old wounds and forgotten patterns. But they are not here to break you. They are here to be healed, to be acknowledged, to be integrated. This is your soul's way of clearing the path, sweeping the stones so love can arrive unblocked, unburdened. You may feel an urge to create again, to paint, write, dance, move, or sing. The inspiration doesn't come from logic, but from spirit. Your soul knows something that your mind cannot yet explain, that love is both muse and medicine, and when love approaches, creation blooms. The very energy of creativity becomes the sacred language through which your spirit prepares to receive more. You may feel a deep ache in your chest, not the sharp pain of loneliness, but a hollow, holy longing. A longing not to possess another, but to be met, to be seen, to be moved by a connection that feels timeless and divine. Not a love that completes you, but one that expands you, one that mirrors your growth, honors your wholeness, and calls forth even deeper parts of yourself. This longing is not weakness, it is your soul speaking its truth. In fact, it is the clearest and most powerful sign that your soulmate is drawing near. The transformation unfolding within you, that is the true evidence. You no longer look for someone to fix or fill the spaces inside you. Instead, you prepare to meet someone who reflects the wholeness you've cultivated through every tear, every triumph. And as your perspective deepens, gratitude blooms. You begin to thank the delays, the heartbreaks, the detours. You understand now that none of it was in vain. Every experience, even the painful ones, was part of a greater preparation, a sacred orchestration leading you here, to this moment of readiness, to the threshold of a love your soul has always known was possible. In the next part, we will explore how to navigate this sacred preparation, how to listen to the intuitive signs without falling into impatience, and how to stay aligned with yourself while allowing the universe to align the meeting you are being prepared for. As you sense this quiet shift within, you may also feel impatience rising. You feel ready, alive, longing to meet the one your soul has been calling toward. And yet the universe seems to whisper, wait. Carl Jung would remind you, the universe aligns you with what you are prepared to receive, not with what you are impatient to claim. This waiting is not punishment, it is refinement. It is your spirit ensuring that when you meet your soulmate, you meet them as your truest self, not as the version of you who still seeks love to fill a void. In this waiting, your daily life becomes your sacred preparation. Notice the small ways your intuition guides you. You may feel nudged to change your environment, to move your body differently, to eat in a way that supports your energy, to spend more time in nature. These shifts are not random. They are your body aligning with your soul, preparing you to hold the energy of love you are calling in. You may find yourself craving more honesty in your relationships, seeking conversations that go deeper, letting go of gossip and surface-level chatter. Your soul is training you to meet someone who will mirror your depth, and to do that, you must become comfortable with depth within yourself. You may notice a quiet pull toward creative expression. Painting, journaling, singing, moving your body, cooking with intention. These are not distractions, but soul practices. Your soulmate will meet you most easily when you are living aligned with your essence, not when you are stuck in waiting energy. Allow yourself to live fully now, even as you sense them approaching. Your dreams may intensify, showing you symbols and archetypes connected to your journey. Jung taught that dreams are the language of the unconscious, and during this time your dreams may offer guidance, comfort, and reminders that you are not alone. You may dream of doors opening, of water flowing, of animals guiding you, of reunions with someone whose face feels familiar yet unknown. These dreams are reminders that your soul knows the way even when your mind is restless. They arrive quietly, like whispers in the night, guiding you through the fog of uncertainty. Even when doubt creeps in and logic tries to dominate, your dreams offer flashes of clarity. These are not ordinary dreams. They stir your emotions in ways you can't explain. You might wake up with tears on your face, not from sadness, but from something softer, more sacred. It's as if your heart has opened just a little wider, as if the barriers you've built around your emotions are beginning to melt. Let yourself feel it. Don't resist the tenderness. This is not weakness. This is strength of the soul. Your heart is expanding, making space for something greater, something truer. It is preparing to receive love in its purest form, not based on need or fantasy, but on soul alignment. You may begin to notice strange and beautiful moments of synchronicity. A song drifts through the air with lyrics that seem to speak directly to your soul, as if the universe selected that melody just for you. A book falls open to a page that delivers exactly the message you didn't know you needed. Repeating numbers show up on clocks, receipts, or license plates. A stranger says something in passing that pierces through your thoughts like a beam of insight. Are these random, or are they sacred echoes guiding you forward? Don't dismiss these signs. They are the universe's gentle affirmations that you are aligned with something deeper. Each moment, each symbol, is like a stepping stone, placed just where it needs to be to keep you walking your path. But as you move through this season of awakening, remember this truth. Your soulmate is not your rescue. They are not coming to save you, fix you, or erase your loneliness. They are not a cure. They are a companion, a mirror, a co-creator, someone walking their own path who arrives to walk beside you. Your task now is to continue becoming. Become the version of yourself who gives the love you wish to receive. Not just in grand gestures, but in the small ways. How you speak to yourself, how you honor your time, how you choose honesty over comfort. Become the version of yourself who can hold love without being consumed by it. One who doesn't shrink or disappear when love appears. One who speaks their truth clearly, honors their needs with grace, and receives love not with fear but with a steady openness. This is not a pursuit of perfection. Love never demanded you be flawless. It only asks that you be honest, present, and willing. Willing to meet another soul not from emptiness but from fullness. Not with desperation, but with peace. As Carl Jung taught, every relationship is a mirror. Your soulmate will reflect the brilliance of your light, yes, but they will also reflect the parts you've hidden, feared, or rejected. This is not punishment, it is growth. If you seek conscious love, you must remain willing to grow, even after love arrives. The shadow work doesn't end at the meeting. It deepens. You must be ready to communicate even when it's hard, to stay present even when it hurts, and to take responsibility for your healing while holding space for your partner to do the same. This is the sacred practice of love. It is not a final destination. It is a living, breathing journey. And so, while you wait, live. Live as if love is already part of your life, because in truth, it already is. It is in how you care for your body, how you show up for your purpose, how you greet each day with quiet intention. It is in the way you protect your energy, nurture your creativity, and speak your truth, even when your voice shakes. You are already in relationship with yourself, with the divine, with the very energy of love. Let that be your grounding force, so that when your soulmate appears, they step into a life that is already whole, vibrant, and deeply aligned. In the next part, we will explore how to recognize your soulmate when they appear, the energetic signs that confirm their alignment, and how to enter this connection consciously, staying true to yourself while building a love that feels sacred, resonant, and deeply alive. As you walk, aligned with your essence, there will come a moment when you feel it, an energy, a presence, a quiet certainty that your soulmate is near. This recognition is not based on appearance or superficial traits, but on resonance. Carl Jung would say that when two souls are ready, the unconscious aligns to create a meeting that feels both surprising and deeply familiar. You may meet them unexpectedly in a grocery store, during a trip, through your work, or in a conversation that seems ordinary but feels different. It may not come with fireworks, but with a quiet knowing in your body, a sense of exhale, a feeling that you have arrived somewhere you didn't know you were seeking. You will notice a calm within the connection. The anxious urgency that marked past relationships will not be there. Instead, you will feel safe to be yourself, to speak honestly, to breathe fully. Your nervous system will feel calm, even as your soul feels deeply seen. You may find yourself sharing parts of yourself you usually keep hidden, not out of a desire to impress, but because the connection invites your authenticity. Your conversations will flow, touching depths that feel natural, even if you have just met. There is no need to perform or impress. The words seem to find their own rhythm, bypassing the surface and diving straight into the heart of things. Even in early moments, there's a gentle vulnerability, like two souls recognizing something long forgotten, picking up a thread that has always existed between them. You may begin to notice synchronicities surrounding your meeting. Perhaps the same song plays repeatedly, as though the lyrics were written for this very chapter of your life. Repeating numbers appear, like quiet nods from the universe. Dreams intensify, filled with symbols and familiar feelings, and you sense, deep down, that your paths were never random. They were destined to cross. Carl Jung would remind you that your soulmate is not a fantasy of perfection. They are not here to fulfill an illusion. They are a mirror for your soul's growth. They will reflect your brightest light, yes, but they will also reflect your deepest shadows, not to break you, but to awaken you, to invite you into healing, into truth, into deeper alignment with who you really are. Your soulmate will not complete you. You are already whole, but they will complement your becoming in the most meaningful way. Like the right harmony to your melody, they support your evolution, standing beside you while you continue to walk your sacred path. They won't fix your life, nor will they pretend to, but they will walk beside you with intention, with respect, as you live more fully in your truth. And yes, challenges may arise. That's not a sign of misalignment. It's an opportunity for deeper growth. Old wounds may come to the surface again. Fear of abandonment, fear of vulnerability, fear of being truly seen. But instead of running or hiding, you'll find yourself staying. You'll feel called to face these fears, not alone, but supported by a conscious connection. Your soulmate won't ask you to be perfect. They will ask for your presence. They won't require you to lose yourself just to keep their affection. On the contrary, they will encourage your sovereignty. They will hold space for your purpose, for your truth, for your sacred calling. Together you will build something lasting, something rooted in honesty, mutual respect, and growth that flows both ways. You'll learn the beauty of conscious communication. You'll discover how to express your needs, how to hold space for one another's wounds, how to uplift and celebrate each other's light. In this connection, you'll feel inspired, not distracted from your mission. You'll know that the right love doesn't pull you away from your purpose, it magnifies it. Creativity flows more freely, your intuition sharpens, you feel more aligned with your path than ever before. In everyday, practical ways, your soulmate shows up, not just with words, but with actions that match their intentions. Their consistency becomes a quiet comfort. You'll feel safe to rest within the relationship, not because it lacks passion, but because it holds depth. You'll feel seen, valued, and honored. Jung would say that true connection isn't about becoming one, it's about two whole people standing side by side, sharing a path while fully remaining themselves. Your soulmate won't challenge you with drama or chaos. Instead, they will invite you to keep becoming. Their presence will encourage you to speak your truth, honor your boundaries, and stay grounded in your own alignment. Through this, you'll notice your capacity to love expanding. You'll feel your heart open, not from desperation, but from a place of genuine gratitude. You'll begin to understand something profound, that love, in its highest form, is not about possession. It's about freedom. This connection will teach you to recognize the difference between love rooted in fear and love grounded in alignment. You'll learn that it's possible to give deeply without losing yourself, and to receive fully without guilt or hesitation. As you continue in this connection, you will discover that your soulmate is not your destination, but your companion. They will walk with you, grow with you, and support you as you continue to align with your mission, your creativity, and your truth. And in this journey together, you will find that love in its truest form is not about finding someone to complete you, but about discovering someone who reflects the wholeness you have cultivated within yourself. In the next part, we will explore how to nurture this connection while staying aligned with yourself, how to navigate challenges without losing your truth, and how to build a conscious partnership rooted in presence, sovereignty, and quiet freedom. Now that you have stepped into this sacred connection, the real question begins to unfold. How do you tend to it without abandoning your essence? How do you continue expanding together while remaining true to the path your soul has chosen? How do you build a love that liberates you rather than confines you? Carl Jung would remind you that conscious love cannot exist without conscious living. The soulmate connection may feel divinely aligned, but it is not free from trials. It is not a fairy tale. It is a mirror. It will illuminate your shadows not to harm you, but to invite you into deeper honesty with yourself. These challenges are not threats. They are sacred opportunities to grow in authenticity. The first and most vital step is to maintain your alignment within the connection. It's easy to lose yourself in the sweetness of being seen, finally, deeply, and truly. The temptation to merge fully can feel overwhelming, but real soulmate union is not about losing yourself. It's about two whole souls continuing their personal evolution while walking hand in hand. Remember to honor your rhythms. If your spirit needs solitude, take it without guilt. If creativity sparks within you, make space for it. If your body longs for rest, listen. Your soulmate, walking their own path of alignment, will understand and honor your boundaries. The love you are nurturing does not demand sacrifice of self. It thrives when both souls remain sovereign. You will come to realize that communication is the lifeblood of conscious love. Speak your truth even when your voice trembles. Share your needs clearly, your desires openly, and your fears gently. Do not hide the parts you feel are too much or not enough. Let yourself be seen in your fullness, not just in your light, but in your rawness too. Within a soulmate connection, honesty becomes one of the deepest acts of devotion. You will learn to face conflict with presence rather than fear. Instead of falling into old patterns of silence or emotional retreat, you will pause, breathe, recenter. You will meet disagreement with a calm heart, knowing it's not a threat, but an invitation to understand each other more completely. You will remember, you are not opponents, you are allies. Disagreements will no longer feel like emotional battlegrounds, but like doorways into greater empathy. The sensitivity that once overwhelmed you becomes your compass. It will guide you when something feels off. When your partner is holding back, or when you yourself need space to reconnect with your truth. Trust those subtle signals. Use them not to withdraw, but to reach deeper into connection. Jung would say that every intimate bond reflects back the unhealed parts of the self. When your soulmate touches an old wound, do not recoil. See it as a sacred gift. It means you are healing not just for yourself, but together within the shelter of conscious love. You may revisit old themes, the fear of being abandoned, of not being good enough, of being too much for someone to stay. These feelings may arise when you least expect them, but this time, instead of hiding them, you will speak them. You will share your vulnerability and allow your partner to hold space for you, just as you will do for them. And in that exchange, you will cultivate intimacy that is deeper than any performance or perfection could ever offer. In your mission and your niche, your purpose and your sacred work, your soulmate becomes your mirror, your supporter, your most honest encourager. They will not carry your burden, but they will walk beside you. They will celebrate when you shine and steady you when doubt creeps in. They will gently remind you to pause when you overextend and lovingly nudge you forward when fear tries to hold you back. But always remember, your mission is yours. Your purpose belongs to you. Your soulmate may journey with you, but they are not the author of your path. Within this connection, you must still protect and prioritize your alignment, your truth, and your creativity. That is what makes the love sustainable. This dance between closeness and freedom. A conscious relationship is one in which both souls are allowed to grow individually while still growing together. It does not suffocate. It expands. It honors intimacy without sacrificing individuality. As you continue to nurture this connection, create sacred rituals that ground your bond. These need not be elaborate. They can be as simple as sharing your dreams over morning tea, meditating in silence together, taking quiet walks beneath the stars, or simply holding each other without speaking. These seemingly small moments, done with presence, weave your connection into something spiritual, not just romantic. You will find that the soulmate connection brings a quiet confidence into your life. You no longer feel the need to prove your worth or perform for love. You feel supported, seen, and valued simply because you allow yourself to be truly known. There is no armor, no mask, only presence. And in this space, love becomes a sanctuary rather than a battlefield. Jung would remind you that true love is not about possession, but about freedom. It is about loving someone in a way that they feel free to be themselves while walking beside you in alignment and devotion. Not ownership, not control, but presence and respect. A love that breathes, a connection that doesn't ask either soul to shrink in order to belong. This is the love you are now experiencing. A sacred love, one that doesn't erupt in drama, but flows like a quiet river, steady, alive, and deeply conscious. A love rooted not in fantasy, but in freedom. In the final part, we will explore how to continue deepening this love while honoring your evolving path, allowing your soulmate connection to be a reflection of your growth, and how to walk this path together with trust, presence, and quiet freedom. As you continue walking this path with your soulmate, remember, your connection is not a frozen moment of perfection. It's a living, breathing reflection of your personal evolution. Carl Jung would remind you that every true relationship is a mirror of your becoming. As you grow and expand, your soulmate will witness your unfolding truths, your new edges, your inner transformations. And just as you evolve, so will they. The love you build will invite you to see each other clearly, not just in your joy, but in your vulnerability. The key to deepening this bond is to stay rooted in your alignment. Keep listening to your intuition. Let it lead you through moments of uncertainty and guide your choices in how you show up within the relationship. Maintain your inner practices. Keep journaling, meditating, breathing with intention. Return to quiet moments that reconnect you to your core self, even as you share life with another. These practices keep you grounded in your truth while allowing space for intimacy to flourish. Allow your mission, your niche, your soul's work to remain alive and active. Your soulmate is not here to take over your path, nor you theirs. They will support your calling, just as you will support theirs. But each of you must continue walking your purpose independently and proudly. This is the essence of conscious love, deep connection without entanglement. Practice clear, compassionate communication. Speak your truth with kindness. Let your partner into your world not just through facts, but through emotion. Share your needs, your boundaries, your desires, and your evolving dreams. Let honesty become part of your daily ritual, a sacred act that strengthens trust and invites closeness. Stay curious about your partner. Ask meaningful questions. Wonder about their inner world the way you would explore a favorite book. Hold space for their truth, even when it changes. As you do this, you'll notice something beautiful. The connection becomes a sanctuary, not because it's perfect or free of struggle, but because you both choose presence over avoidance, courage over fear. You'll learn to honor both light and shadow, to hold space for your partner's pain while protecting your own boundaries. You'll learn to receive love without guilt and to give love without fear of losing yourself. You'll begin to rest in the relationship, not as a place of escape, but as a shared garden of growth and understanding. Your soulmate is not here to complete you, they are here to walk beside you. As both of you continue aligning with your own missions, your evolving truths, and your authentic selves, you'll find that this connection inspires you to rise higher into your potential. Your creativity will feel renewed, your ideas more vibrant, your heart more open. Your intuition will become sharper, guiding you gently through emotional terrain with more clarity. Even your nervous system begins to feel safer, because love, this time, doesn't hurt. It soothes, it grounds, it restores. Love will no longer be a battlefield. You must survive, but a quiet garden you both tend day by day. And in this garden there will be soft laughter, shared silence, and soulful conversations under the stars. There will be challenges too, moments of discomfort, invitations to stretch, to shed old habits, to forgive more deeply, but all of it is sacred. Jung would say the purpose of such a connection is not simply to provide comfort, but to transform you, to awaken parts of yourself that only true intimacy can touch. Your soulmate will mirror not only your joy but also your wounds, reminding you of your wholeness and your unfinished healing. This is love as spiritual practice. As you walk this path together, trust the pace. Don't rush. Let the connection unfold like a sunrise, naturally, steadily, beautifully. When love is aligned, it doesn't need to be forced. Let this love be your anchor in times of uncertainty. Let it remind you who you are and why you're here. Allow it to inspire you to live more boldly, more gently, more aligned. Take a breath now. Let this truth settle within you. You are worthy of a love that feels safe, alive, and aligned. You are worthy of a soulmate who meets you in your truth. You are worthy of building a love that feels like quiet freedom. Stay awake, stay aligned, stay sovereign. This is the soul of a scientist. If this exploration resonated with you, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to The Soul of a Scientist for more deep thinking, consciousness, and quiet freedom in a noisy world. Comment below. What part of your journey toward aligned love are you stepping into now? What signs have you felt that your soulmate is near? And if you know someone who is on the journey of conscious love, share this video with them. Let them know they are not alone and that the love they seek is possible. Together we are building a community of souls who are awake, aligned, and sovereign.